y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Big-E-double-L, I said so. I keep big bills up in my hood, on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full. I'm in it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends. Man, please, this shit ain't cynical. Man, no subliminal, I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, the mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Man, please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, oh, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he know he's off his butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter, producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it, and I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You wanna miss.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's up, Gruntworks? We're here for NFL Big Earl Locks. Now, normally we split it with the UFC picks and the NFL, but the NFL just started and the UFC's taking a break. So we are live on Gruntworks and on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you ask any questions on YouTube, what's up, Chris? What are you talking about? Are we live right now? So what what kind of fucking juju are you doing, Muffin Fingers, that I can't fucking start the show the fucking way I want to? Hey, everybody listening, go get some CBD pills because that's what I need right now. I need a fucking CBD pill because Chris, the Muffin Fingers producer, said, talk about your sponsor. Hi, I'm Nick, the Big Earl, and we're sponsored. All right. Hey, anyways, can I talk about what I want to talk about now, Chris?
Yes. Go.
So, all right. So we got that out of the way.
The meetings will continue till morale improves.
There we go. We got the button. All right. So, hey, if you go on the store, hey, Chris, can I talk about the store?
There we go.
Are we allowed?
Are we allowed, Chris? Chris, you better unmute and say something. Okay. All right,
so that's a yes or no question.
I mean, honestly,
Marine, yes.
Like,
is that a Marine?
Is that
yes?
how they teach you in the Marines? The Marines, they teach you to give like 6-sentence answers when it's yes or no. Like, yeah, exactly.
Okay, your answer was here. I need it right here.
Holy dumpster fire already! Look at our logo. That's why we have the dumpster fire right there. And we got the
in the background. Check it out.
Yeah. All right. So go to our store, shop.veterantrashtalk.com. All right. Put in the code VTTGW. Get yourself a discount. Stay calm.
Caveat
suppressive fire. Caveat. All kinds of stuff. Go to gruntworksclothing.com and then buy their stuff too. That stuff's hilarious. And then go to Happy Place Hemp. You see the banner running across the screen. I think we lost like 10 viewers on my little tirade there. But go across the screen. You see it. Happy Place Hemp. Put in the code VTT25 off. Now, Joe and I are both actively using the muscle cream. And I'm telling you right now that I golfed 6 times last week and I don't hurt. Okay. Usually when I golf once, I don't golf for 3 or 4 days. So this stuff has been phenomenal for my workout recoveries and at nighttime. So check it out, VTT25 off.
And it makes your muscles creamy.
And it makes it bigger. See how much mine bigger than Joe's are? See, look at that. Oh, look at that. See, my arms are like 6 inches longer than Joe, much like other things on my body. So to have that shape is ridiculous. All right. Anyways, we are here to talk.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I know that.
And like I said, normally we split it with UFC before Chris interrupted me. But UFC has the day off tomorrow, and
the fight game has to be triggered AF, Nick. That's all I'm going to say. I got to say something about the fight game when we're done.
Well, we could talk about the fight right now because I was going to talk about how much we made money last week. All right, like I think Bill and Joe hit all of their parlays. And
Nick, what was the number in our loss column again?
0.
And right, it was.
Right, we lost a couple parlays on specific things about the fight, but all the fighters they picked won 7. All right, they picked 7 fights between the both of them, and they all won. So pay attention when they talk. Put a little bit of money down now.
Maybe we're not selling wolf cookies. I'm just.
Yeah. What do you want to say about the fights, Joe?
Oh, listen, the fights. Listen, the actual perfect card is downselling it because I know we both personally know that I wasn't just calling fights by wins. I was calling rounds and finishes.
Yep.
Know that. But I'm actually talking about the fight game, not the UFC. And Dana White, I'm always probably gonna roll with what he says. The dude, he built the UFC into what it is. It would have failed without him. So he hates Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya has given the public plenty of reason to see Dana White's point, but it gets to it's to the peak. It's over with. Okay, anybody that watches Triller and calls himself a fight fan, do yourself a favor, lose my number. Okay, because the main event for Triller's card, I'm sorry, the co-main event and the main event have a combined age of 198 years. That means they're all averaging 49 and change.
Can we trust the science on that?
They pulled Evander Holyfield, and I watched the workout. Bro, that's why military is a little bit different because your friends will absolutely crucify you if you show up half-assed. And Evander Holyfield's 58 years old. I love watching him fight. He was a small heavyweight. He was nothing but heart. But they're in there coaching him on like, that's right, champ. That's right. Real friends would say, stop it now. I'm going to have nightmares about this. Stop. And they're actually pulling him in there. So anybody that watches Triller, okay, don't follow this. Because you're not watching fights. That shit is ridiculous. The co-main event is Tito Ortiz against Anderson Silva at 46 years old against 46 years old. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Triller is absolutely garbage. They're not a fight venue. Just cancel them right now because what they're about to do is going to reverberate across the internet for years. Because if Evander Holyfield gets hurt,
spell reverberate.
REVER.
Great.
EA. No. All right, but no, it's
can't use words you can't.
It's
spell.
ridiculous, and I'll give everyone hates on Jake Paul. I'll give him credit. He got away from Triller on his second fight. It was actually looking like a real arena and a real venue, not Oscar De La Hoya coked out of his mind, Pete Davidson drunk, and Snoop Dogg so high that everybody around him had to move. Like, that, I mean, it was ridiculous, dude. It was a fucking circus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, circuses make money, right?
Yeah.
So they're literally going back in time to when we had actual entertainment.
It's gladiator days, bro.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
if you die in there, go ahead and die. Can we make money?
Yeah, exactly. And then even with it's not the same, but even with the UFC, with how that's evolved to how these guys are checking those leg kicks now, like it wasn't a thing 10 years ago. But because
the Roundtree knockout that me and Bill both called, where that guy got his leg broke,
yeah,
calling for that kick to be outlawed,
right?
Ruining careers.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, the leg kick is so devastating in a UFC fight that what do you have to do as a fighter? You got to learn how to stop it. So
said in Paratrooper, they will pussify him.
Who's the one that was it? Poirier that broke McGregor's ankle.
Oh, McGregor broke his ankle on Poirier. Yeah, but yeah.
Poirier, when Poirier said in the interview after the fight, he goes, "I checked that in the first round. I knew it was broke." Right?
Like,
so yeah, these
guys
called it
in the fight.
These guys know that now they can check a leg and break it. You know, it's like holy cow. And then with how much these guys kick people, their nerves are so dead in practice that they don't even realize it's broken. Like holy cow. But anyways. Joe and Bill's not here. Everybody keep Bill in your prayers. They had a loss in the family. So Bill, we miss you. Wish you were here. now he should pat himself on the back as well. But I'm going to pat myself on the back because if you did not pay attention last Friday during the UFC card, I said take Tampa Bay money line, but Dallas is going to cover. Okay, and Dallas covered the 9 points, which was ridiculous. Dallas should have won the game, but the lock was Dallas covering. People, the first 3 weeks of the NFL are the easiest to bet on. And the reason why is because of emotion and money to Vegas. All right. Everybody thinks their team is so good that these numbers get inflated. Like, oh, Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champion Bucks are going to beat Dallas by 9. Okay. Well, Dallas has all of their all pros back. All of them.
We said the exact thing.
Yes. Like,
I hope they timestamped that show because we literally, all three of us agreed on every fight, even though you were doing what you do, and then completely agreed on the NFL game, which you called as a two-way parlay on one game.
yes.
Listen, for anybody that thinks that we're just here effing around, like we have fun, but this is 100% the most accurate show you're going to watch about either one. And come challenge us. Anybody watching.
Yeah, anybody wants to come challenge, the Big Earl NFL, or you challenge the Mad Senate 7 Bill and the Trigger Joe on the UFC picks. All right, come on and challenge them. We'll just message us at Veteran Trash Talk and we'll get it going. All right, before I get started, I have to, because Chris screwed up my sponsor intro. All right, yeah, Muffin Fingers, you did it back there. All right. But all right, so you got these guys. All right, you got 10th Mountain Whiskey. Okay, go to their site, 10thmountainwhiskey.com, and they're a big contributor to veterans organizations. Their distillery is right where the 10th Mountain Infantry Division started back in World War I. So put in the code VTT for that one and get a discount. All right, great stuff. They got cordial, vodka, all kinds of good stuff. And then don't forget Barrage Coffee. Everybody sells coffee. We don't care what veteran-owned coffee company you buy. Gruntworks Coffee is awesome. JP8 is awesome. Just buy veteran-owned coffee. All right. So Barrage Coffee. All right. Kyle Early is doing great stuff with Battle on the Home Front. So check him out. And then, of course, our title sponsors, which are Veterans Mortgage Source with Zach Farkas. We did our show. Go on our YouTube channel and check out the VA loan advice. And then also the Happy Place Hemp. All right. Get off opioids. We are going to preach that until they kick us off the internet. Do not take big pharma stuff. All right. I mean, it's ridiculous. Don't take it. All right. It's not going to do anything except make you need more. All right, man, I hate to say it, but I mean, Joe and I are both wounded. Dave was wounded. We got pain and everywhere, and they were just pumping Valium and all that kind of stuff. And those of you watching, like, what the hell is he talking about? This show, this organization, Veteran Trash Talk, partnered with Gruntworks to get the message out to veterans, all right, to stop killing yourselves. All right, get a part of the community. All right, get a part of Veteran Trash Talk, get a part of Gruntworks. Talk to each other, because like Joe always says, no veteran ever kills himself in a room full of vets. All right.
The reason why Nick is, but the reason why he's preaching our platform is because we don't just say, hey, check it out. It's a Facebook page. We got funny memes. When somebody says I'm in trouble, our page has the answers. They come to life. If it's not one of us, it's one of our 1,000 family members that come in, and everybody's experienced something similar, and nobody's ever put out a cry for help on VTT and not been answered within minutes.
Correct. And unfortunately, there's a few we just had to check out. Well, we had to blast somebody's name out there because they were a scammer. But as you understand that, when we're trying to help people, we're going to get the scammer once in a while, and it takes the community to weed them out. And the community did. They're like, nope, this guy's a joke. And so, we as veterans, we own this, not the VA, not taxpayers. We own it. We own it to ourselves. We own it to our brothers and sisters. And that's what we're doing this for. All right. A little bit of financial security with the VA loan advice. And then if you got a little bit extra cash, here's my disclaimer for betting. Don't bet if you don't have any money. All right. That's stupid. All right. If you got a little bit of scratch, put it down what we say. We win every year. NFL is very difficult to pick. All right. These guys will give you a bunch of locks that are in UFC. But NFL, you never know any given Sunday. All right. You never know when the injury report comes out on Thursday, Saturday morning, sometimes Sunday morning. You're like, oh, crap. All right. The whole thing changes. So let's run through this real quick. And like I said, the NFL picks are not, we don't got to talk about it much. It's week one. But again, I was right on Thursday. I had a two parlay in the same game. All right. Dallas to cover, Tampa Bay money line. All right. You would have hit both. Okay. And again, that's the way it is. So the first game that we're going to talk about is one that bothers me the most. I have a couple pools where I pick different teams. All right. So you got Eagles at the Falcons. All right. And you got a 48.5 over under, and they're calling it the rebuild bowl. Okay. So both these teams are rebuilding, and both of them are pretty nasty as far as like, you never know who's going to show up. So the Big Earl on VTT is going to tell you, take the Falcons money line. Okay. Not a lock, but take the Falcons money line. Both these teams find a way to lose, but if you notice, the Eagles picked up some talent. All right. And they scare me. So stay away from betting this one. If you absolutely have to, all right, I'm going to say Eagles money line. Falcons money line. What you got, Joe?
Oof. Tell me that spread one more time.
3.5. Eagles favorite. Falcons favorite 3.5.
Where are we at? Where are we playing?
At the Falcons. That's why they got 3.
I like the Beagles.
Yeah, like I said, I got a couple pools where I picked
like them
both.
to cover.
Like, so it's just, well, to cover, yeah, it's different.
That's one of those money line games where it can be flip flop because you got 3 in the hook. But yeah, I like them. I like Philly to cover. I'm actually getting on the schedule right now so I can get on par with you because that first game I completely missed the boat.
Yeah. Well, hey, Joe, if you want to run the games, do you have the games in front of you or no?
Yeah, I got Pitt at Buffalo, 1:00.
All right, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Right now, Bills on CBS are sitting at a -6.5 favorite. Now, TJ Watt from the University of Wisconsin. All right, he just is now the highest paid defender.
Formerly Central Michigan.
Yeah. So what?
TJ.
TJ Watt. And he is now the highest paid defender. However, the Steelers have 6 players that have never played an NFL game starting in this game on Sunday. All right. Now, that's going to be the difference. Are they going to show up as average rookies, or are they going to be able to handle one of the best teams in the AFC at home? Okay. And let's not forget, the Bills also loaded up with some more in the offseason. So that's not like they didn't improve. They actually improved. And 48 is the over-under. I'm going Bills money line again. All right. If you're going to have to bet on this, it's not going to be a huge odds, but take Bills money line. And then we'll jump ahead to the next game, which is, what do you got?
Nick, I got to follow. What do you think they can't cover 6 in a hook?
Well, the Bills are
better. Big Ben.
The Bills are better. And the Steelers are very young with their offense. So are they going to score on Buffalo? Maybe not. So it's like, if those rookies show up,
you took Buffalo money line, right?
Money line, yes. I think if
you
those
take them to cover,
I'm not taking Bills to cover 6.5. Not if I'm betting. They'd be in a parlayed money line. Just not confident with that one. I'll get to a couple of the confident ones in a while.
And then you got the Vikings against our boy P. Hutch's disgusting Cincinnati Bengals.
And all the hype with Joe Burrow.
Team, a Detroit Lions fan can talk shit about.
All the hype about Joe Burrow is, how he can scramble and create. Guess what happened when he tried to scramble and create last year?
Michael Vick could scramble and create too.
Yeah, well, Joe Burrow missed most of the first year as well, right? So again, that's what happens when you scramble in the NFL as a quarterback. You get hit, all right. And if you don't weigh in, you don't wrestle. So I actually have, this is one of my locks. Okay, Vikings at the Bengals. Bengals are 3-point dogs at home with a 47 over under. I am taking the Vikings to beat them by a touchdown as a lock. So that is one of the Big Earl's locks. Put the Vikings in there. So, Joe, what was the next game? Hit me up.
Oh, my goodness. I was actually.
And I hate the fucking Vikings, too. So,
who doesn't hate the Vikings unless you're from Minnesota? Listen, the last, I'm rolling right into it. We got San Fran coming to 30 minutes away from me now, Detroit, Michigan.
Now, this is a trap game because I was talking to some guys that were asking me some gambling advice earlier in the week. And I was like, Detroit. They don't suck. And that's what I was trying to tell
you who I'm taking before you even start.
Detroit does not suck. Okay. They just don't win. All right. I am going to, you want to prop bet if you can find it anywhere. I will say Detroit will be winning in the fourth quarter in 12 games this year. 12. And they're going to lose 11 of them. All right. It's just what they're going to do. All right.
VTT, it's like a steak knife, right?
Yeah.
Because it hurts so bad.
Dude, it hurts. It hurts when you pick Detroit and you're watching it and you're like, oh, please just hold on. Oh, there it goes. And then I'm so glad Stafford left because he needs to win. He's a great quarterback. Sure. He needs to win. And,
respect talent. He should go get a chance.
Right. And, he's the only reason why they were winning all those games. But right now the spread's at 8 and the over-under is at 46. Now, I circled 2 bets on this game. I would take the under because Vegas doesn't think that Detroit's going to score. All right. That's what they're thinking. And they're probably thinking, 49ers are going to win, 30 to, 16. All right. That's what they're thinking. And I don't think it's going to be like that. So I would be tempted to buy the under because I don't think either of these teams are going to score a lot. All right. However, I will take 49ers money line because more than a touchdown spread in the NFL, it better be Patrick Mahomes on the other side of that field because nobody's going to be able to run up 2 scores, 3 scores on an NFL team. All right. Without garbage time.
I'm going to go ahead just so we can timestamp what we said. I'm taking Detroit +8.
Right. Like I said,
I'm going to take Detroit +8. That's
I'm not going to tell people
that's
bet
crazy.
On that. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Tell me who the next all-pro skill position player is from San Francisco. I'll wait.
What, Kittle?
Well, I mean, okay. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's not getting stopped. He's not getting
but
stopped by anybody on
you,
Detroit.
You can stop Gronk with over/under if you do it right. So,
but then you open up their speed guys, and that's what they're waiting for.
Well,
so,
who are they?
Oh, you got the sprinter. I can't remember his name, but he's a world class.
They got a half a dozen same guy in every team. So
the
Packers
haven't had a burner in years. So
what are you talking about? MVP?
A burner. Yeah. So all right, who do you got? What's the next game?
I get too busy talking to you and I stop looking at the schedule. So we're gonna with it, but so we're still on the 1:00 games. I'm gonna go Arizona at Tennessee.
All right, here's another one of my locks. The Big Earl has 3 locks this week. All right. So I got the Titans -3 at home. All right. I think the Cardinals are always scary because of the athletes that they have, but Tennessee will punish you with the ground game and they will run you down and they will beat you. All right. And unless you can get up on them quickly, then that's the only way you beat Tennessee. And that's what, KC does on. I don't think Arizona has the, give Kyler Murray another year. I love Kyler Murray. I hope that he has a huge career. But with how Titans loaded up on offense and defense, -3, this is all hype for D-Hop and Kyler Murray. All hype. And J.J. Watt. All right. All hype. Okay. So, dude, Derrick Henry is bigger than J.J. Watt. All right. So bring it.
Hey, there's a reason why they go berserk over Derrick Henry. And I'm going to give you a good analogy, and I'm sure you'll probably agree. You might disagree a little bit, but people talk about Derrick Henry the way they do because he's Jim Brown. That's what Jim Brown was. He was bigger than you. He was stronger than you. You didn't have a player on the other side of the ball that wasn't afraid of him, and you couldn't catch him. That's Jim Brown. Okay. So I think this is ludicrous. Like you and I agree on almost everything in the NFL Tennessee.
That's a lock.
All the way.
In there. So,
steady diet of Derrick Henry. I do not believe in the Arizona experiment yet because they're a lot like my home team, Lions. You're gonna have to win before I believe you. Tennessee all the way -3 at home.
Yeah, the Bills got a really good run defense. They match up against Tennessee very well, and Baltimore. And KC does what the Packers did when the Packers destroyed Tennessee in the regular season was they made them pass the ball. You get up by 20 points, Derrick Henry's out of the game. All right, so it's just the way it is. So you got to score them. I don't think Cardinals are going to do that. And the over/under is 53.5. They're expecting some big points. That's a big over/under for an NFL game. So we'll see. I'd probably stay away from that. What we got next, Joey?
The reason why, before I move to the next one, that I would stay away from that one is because Derrick Henry will stack the box, and Tennessee can throw it over you. Everybody can when you stack the box. So big points can happen, or they might not.
And they got the best receiver since Jerry Rice playing for him. So
there you go.
Julio Jones.
We got the Seahawks coming to Indy with Indy on my screen +3 at home.
Let's see. I got to find the Seahawks game. Yeah, at the Colts. So now the Colts. This is one of the games where I actually take preseason into my decision making, because the Colts are a nightmare of who is going to start at quarterback in game one. All right. They, injuries, COVID protocol, all kinds of stuff. So the Colts have a great defense. All right. Seattle usually comes out of the gate hot, but I don't like Pete Carroll. All right. I think Pete Carroll's offensive system, even though it's a old Wisconsin quarterback and Mr. Bevel. So they're very basic, very simple. And, the better teams after 6 or 7 weeks tend to kind of figure out what Seattle's running and doing. But so in the first 6 to 7 weeks, bet on Seattle. All right. Russell Wilson's going to come out hot before he gets beat up, and he's going to throw to that giant person who's super fast, and they're going to score lots of points. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, look it up. All right. The guy who literally tried out for the Olympic team. All right.
His initials are double kick.
Yeah. 230 pounds, and he tried out for his Olympic.
Because he's got a double kick, and he's a horrifying individual.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah. No. Like, you pick him first in
backyard.
I'm
not covering
football.
him. My mom is watching.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's me. But anyways.
And then we got old Rick talking about the Bears, Pincala, my old buddy. All right, my old Ranger instructor buddy. All right, we'll get to the Bears, motherfucker. Okay, so we're not there yet. So
is he a Bears fan? Is he a Bears fan?
Oh, he is, and he's diehard, so it's okay.
Oh, well,
he should respect that.
I bet he doesn't ask you twice.
Yeah.
Anyways, we got the Chargers coming to Washington, and when you're done with this one, I will definitely caveat on the week 1 theory you have, because this is insane.
Right.
You got a lock on this one.
I almost made it a lock. I didn't make it a lock because you just never know what Fitzmagic is going to do. I just, it's more of an inside thing. I hate betting with Fitzpatrick because he'll go out there and throw 430 yards and 5 touchdowns, and then against one of the best defenses in the league, and then he'll come play Cincinnati and throw 3 picks. It's like, what are you doing? All right. So, I mean, he's a Harvard grad, right? Like, he should be smarter than that to beat Cincinnati. Whatever.
But did he graduate, or was he like Brendan Fraser in School Ties? Was he just pushed through? Like,
he's that
get
old.
us a win.
He's that old. He probably played with a sweater on. But I definitely got Washington -1 at home. I would not be scared to bet that one with a couple $100 probably just on that game alone. So yeah, Washington, no problem with the Chargers. Although I do like Chargers quarterback, man. I saw him beat the Badgers in the Rose Bowl, and it's just like, you see those guys play on a field with boys, and it's like, that's a man right there. Like when Reggie Bush used to play in college, like he just Derrick Henry in college, like no, nobody's stopping him. Like
no, it was like we pick a lot of UFC. That was like the Francis Ngannou type theory where I just did not, or no, Bill kept picking that Cyril Gane, and I didn't believe it. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not buying. Justin Herbert did that over and over and over again with me in the finals. Like, all right, listen, I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wrong. Kid's the gamer.
Yep. He's like the draft of Aaron
Who's
Rodgers.
to say Chase Young doesn't, break him in half?
Well, right. That's what could happen. We'll see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What's the next game?
All right, we breaking into the 4:00ers? Nope.
Yep.
We got the Jets bringing in their rook.
Did we talk about Jacksonville Texans?
That's the next one on my schedule.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. All right. So who we got?
Flip-flop. We got the Jets bringing in their rook against the quarterback that they didn't want in Carolina and Sam Darnold.
This game scares me.
I'm almost glad I moved out of Carolina before the season started, because the fact that I would have had to listen to all these NASCAR fans talk about Sam Darnold, and figure out that I don't buy the hype at all. What has he done to prove the hype? I don't get it. Disgusting.
Yeah, now granted, in Sam Darnold's defense, when he got there, they loaded up receivers in New York, and then all the receivers got hurt. So he wasn't throwing to anybody. But this game scares me. You got, I'm not going to touch it betting. You got Carolina -4 at home. You never know what the Jets are going to come out with their new quarterback as well. So I'll take Panthers money line. That's what I'll pick, just as you know, as a Big Earl pick. But I'm not touching that at all. Let's go to the. I mean, I don't even want to talk about this game. It's scary.
Hey Nick, Nick, would you pick that way if Run CMC wasn't on the field?
No, not at all.
Just saying, I wouldn't.
He's the best player on the planet. So
yeah, we got Jacksonville
offensive-wise.
Texans.
All right, yeah, this one
should be exciting.
This one I think is another hype line where people are sleeping on the Texans in this game. All right, Texans at +3.
I just saw it. If you saw my eyes,
yeah, Texans are +3 at home. Texans have a good defense. All right, it's not a great defense, but it's a good one. All right, and Jacksonville has a good defense as well. And Tyrod Taylor is kind of like Teddy Bridgewater, to where he can win you a game. Like he can play to win you a game. And the running backs for Houston, people slept on those acquisitions. All right. They got guys that started in the NFL as their number 2 and 3 last year. All right.
Roll with it. I want to hear them.
You got Ingram. All right. Ingram's their starter. And then you got Lindsey.
Durable.
Lindsey's there. And then what's Rex Burkhead.
Oh,
so you got
third down back. You got 2 goal line backs in Ingram and Burkhead.
Yeah. And so I mean they're going to score 20 to 25 points a game, you know, with that offense. So I don't think Trevor Lawrence comes out doing anything special, right? He doesn't have.
I don't understand it.
He doesn't have the power to. It's like he got drafted by one of the worst teams. If he would have went like Aaron Rodgers did in the 26th round to a winner and then played, then he'd come out doing something special. That's just my opinion on the first game. We'll see. He could prove me wrong. I think he's a religious guy. He just come down and strike all Texans dead. But Texans are going to win this game. All right, so just take Texans money line. And you're going to make more money. They're my parlay right now, money line. I just think they're going to win straight up. So what's the next one?
We're breaking into the 425 when everyone's a little buzzed and a little tired if you haven't had a few brats. But we got Cleveland going to KC, and KC is -5.5 on my screen. And
yep, that's what I got. And this is the game of the week right here. Anybody who doesn't want to watch this game doesn't like football. All right. Cleveland's on the cusp, man. They're close. I like Baker Mayfield. It's kind of like the Donald Trump problem where you don't like his personality, but the dude can run an offense and the dude can spin it, right? And everybody likes him. That's what you want in the locker room. Everybody likes you. Everybody works hard for you. He can go up to a defensive lineman and put his finger in his chest and say, do this. Right. And that defensive lineman is probably going to say, okay, Baker. Right. Like that's the kind of command he has because he's a leader. All right. So
and to caveat off that, the pure natural talent ability of Cam Newton to Baker Mayfield is a little bit skewed. Where's Cam Newton right now? Nobody likes him. He's a locker room. He's a locker room.
And I love Cam Newton. Everybody knows that.
I do too. I mean, I love talent. But he always has an issue in the locker room. There's always a problem. Baker, on the other hand, has caught all kinds of shit from the media on the outside, and his team said, nope, that's our guy. That's the guy you want to stick with.
For sure. All right, what's next? Oh, I didn't pick it yet. I got KC. I got KC winning that game. All right, because they have all of the talent in the NFL. All right, all of it.
The horses, buddy. They got the horses.
And then I did circle the over-under at 54.5. I believe both teams will score over 30 here. So think about taking the up on that if you want to add a little spice into your parlay. All right, what do we got next?
All right, we got comeback. Miami at New England.
Okay, I like this game. Okay, I like this game because you got New England as a 3-point favorite at home, 40 to 3.5 points. Miami's going to win this game. All right, so you take.
I said it before you said it.
Yeah, Miami's going to win this game. All right, so you take Miami money line, and that's it. All right, unless it gets sloppy, unless there's like the nor'easter comes in and the game gets sloppy, New England loaded up on defense again, so they will be good. They will be competitive. All right, it's just Miami they got a pretty good system down there, and they've gelled pretty well. They got to keep Tua healthy. But yeah, I got Miami winning that game. What's the next one, Joe? We got to run through these games here.
Oh, for the love of God. All right, let's go. Sitting here breaking down one game. Nick's moving on to the next one. Oh, we got the Pack heading down to our boy Sam Medina's territory in New Orleans.
All right, here's another emotional game where I got to bet in the minute the Lions came out when the Packers were a 2-point dog, all right, against the Saints.
God.
So I got Packers getting 2 points. Okay, now the Packers are
giving
plus
3.5.
They're minus 3.5. Okay.
Jesus.
Like it was an emotional thing where, why would the Packers? I know what it is. It's people betting for New Orleans that like New Orleans.
Is that a Nigerian casino that was given them?
Right. Well, the thing was,
America.
is the Packers never play their starters in the preseason ever. Right. So they get a little. Vegas doesn't like, favoring them. So
who's their starting quarterback again?
It's Aaron Rodgers, I think. I think he threw
Who's starting for
Jameis Winston.
Okay.
So I like.
Once again, is that a Nigerian casino? Or
yeah, that's the right move. But people, I know I'm a Packer fan, but I'm very objective when I talk about football. Trust me. If I tell you to pick the Packers, it's not because I'm a fan of them. But the Saints have a great offense and a really good defense. However, Rodgers lit that defense up last year, okay? And he's going to do it again. The Packers offense is too oiled. And now all the receivers are 3+ years in working with him. Forget about it. Aaron Jones has come out with a chip on his shoulder. All right, so
where do you play college ball at?
Oh, Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
At the Yale of the Southwest, UTEP. All right, so University of Texas, El Paso. Parents were sergeant majors. All right, he's a great kid. All right, and again, the last play he played last year, he got lit up and fumbled the ball. All right. And that was the NFC Championship game and he got hurt. So trust me, he's coming. All right. He's coming hard. And the Packers are going to win.
He's hitting the first guy like he stole his wallet.
Right. And they got Jair Alexander, the best cornerback in the league, who Brady threw at him twice in the NFC Championship game. And Jair picked it off twice. Okay. Like,
let me go ahead from an abused Detroit fan standpoint. Anybody out there that's watching Packers, I'm churching it up for you Saints fans. Packers 27-17, and I'm taking the Pack. If the Packers are given 7, I'm taking it. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not Aaron Rodgers, Jameis Winston. You know what a Jameis is? It's when you throw more picks than touchdowns, but you throw for 400 yards. Okay? Aaron Rodgers is not going to do that. He's not going. Listen, Packers are winning this game. They're winning it by 2 scores. You can call that my lock, even though this isn't my wheelhouse. But
yeah, I scratched out lock there. I wanted to put a lock, but when the spread kept going up, it would probably be about 5 or 6 by the time game time.
That's because everybody saw it and they were like, "Is Vegas lost their mind?"
Yeah,
money moved in and the line went nuts.
Well, I mean, Bakhtiari is still out, and they're talking about Zadarius Smith not playing, so that's kind of what fueled that a little bit. But the Packers, they'll score more than the Saints, even if none of their defense plays. What we got next?
We got Denver traveling to the New York Giants.
All right, Giants +3 dogs at home. And this one scares me a little bit. I wouldn't put money on this game. I think the Broncos are going to be a really good team this year with Teddy Bridgewater. I think the Broncos come in there and beat them. But Saquon's playing. I like their quarterback. All right, so who knows? I would stay away from betting this game, but 41.5, I like the under on that actually. So maybe bet the under on that game, but I'll take Broncos money line. And the Giants have some injuries. So
I like the Giants +3.
They got a lot of injuries. You got to look at their injury report.
I mean, but we could both be right.
Yeah. So
I like the Giants +3.
Yeah, that's a scary one. I'm not going to touch it. So what do we got next? Have we gotten to the Sunday night game yet?
We are. Yep. Hang on a second. It's the Chicago Bears, Nick.
The Chicago Bears. Hey,
yeah.
And
they are traveling to. This better be one of your locks because they're walking into L.
It is.
It
says lock. It says lock.
And they're
right
playing
there.
Matty Football, who's played them over and over and over again.
And the Bears are starting the ginger. All right, they're starting Andy Dalton. Okay,
he woke up and it was like he took the pill and it was like a movie. Matt Stafford's like looking around like, holy shit, what is this? It's a team. They get winning. I got athletes
and a defense.
Fucking Bears.
Yeah.
Listen, it's over with.
Yeah. So this is a lock. All right.
I'll take a -18.
Yeah, put 500 on this, guys, if you got the scratch for it. They're going to win by 20. All right. The Bears, are starting Andy Dalton, the ginger.
Who?
Okay. And I completely agree with this call. I was talking again to some of my buddies, and a couple of them are Bears fans, and they wanted to know, why are we starting Fields? You want to put Fields with a bad team against Aaron McDonald in the first game in his NFL career.
Where do you play his college ball at, Nick?
Ohio State, somebody.
Yes, I do.
And all that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
I do.
So yeah,
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I
like Fields. I like Fields, but
he's good, man. He's no joke.
In the preseason, when he said this game's not as fast as I thought it would be, and then the next game he lost his helmet in a hit, it was like, dude, chill. All right, like you're not playing against starters. Okay, like
keep it quiet.
Yeah, Aaron McDonald is a game wrecker. Okay, he's my favorite defensive player. So
he's a scary individual.
Yes, and he is the kind of guy where if the game in the fourth quarter is anywhere where he can do something about it, McDonald has the talent to do it.
He can head slap your center into 2 weeks in the ICU.
Yes, and then he'll make you fumble, and then he'll recover it. He's like Jadeveon Clowney in college. Like he will hit you. Was against Michigan. He will hit you. He will make you fumble. He will recover it after a horrible call. Like he will take the game over. McDonald, if you give him the chance in the fourth quarter to dominate, just like Reggie White could do, like if you gave him the chance, don't leave it in his. That was one of those games when the Packers had Reggie White. It was like, we don't care if the team has the ball in the fourth quarter and we're up by 4. We don't care. Like Reggie White is going to take over.
I remember I had a football card of Reggie White, and his hand was like this
in the club.
I was like, yeah, that left tackle got knocked out.
Yeah. He would get
because he slapped somebody so hard in the ear. You'd see these left tackles wobble.
Well, he perfected a move that he would get the tackle off balance and then with one arm throw him 5 yards into the backfield.
Yep.
Like, yeah. Yeah, we are sponsored by 10th Mount Whiskey, so I had and they have vodka, so I had a nice little vodka Topo Chico. All right, that's what I had. But yeah, we are partaking, Jody. I appreciate it. But again, if alcohol is a problem for you, don't do it. We don't want to endorse it if it's a problem for you guys. But trust me, we are good. Now, I didn't golf today, so if I golf today, this picks would be wild for UFC, but it's okay. So yeah, we're going Rams -7.5 at home against Chicago. All right, and if you ever want to know what I think about Chicago, look up the website HeyJackass.com. Do me a favor. Type in HeyJackass.com right now, and you'll see why Chicago is one of the worst places on the planet. Okay.
Do you think that the Rams need to kick a field goal?
Yeah, they will.
Okay, they will. I got 38. I got 38.
They still have Khalil Mack.
It was 35-10. I'm going.
Khalil Mack if he's healthy. He played hurt last year. So if he plays healthy this year, he can stop some drives.
Not if he lives on the field all game.
Right. Well, right. But he can still stop a drive by himself.
Touché. We're going Monday night, Nick.
This is the best bet of the night. It's not a lock, but it's perfect.
It's the Ravens going against the Raiders.
All right. This is perfect.
Commitment to mediocrity or excellence, whatever it is.
Absolutely love when a Monday night game is like this. When you just don't know, because the Raiders will beat the best team in the league and then they'll lose to the worst team in the league. The Raiders will go into Kansas City.
They're the Lions of the West.
Well, no, they win more games. But so
a good point.
Yeah, they'll go into Kansas City and beat Kansas City, and then have Carolina come into Las Vegas and beat them. Like what happened? So I have to take. This is the game that is in your parlay, okay? And you take Baltimore money line. Why do you do that? Because if you hit the first 4 or 5 games in your parlay on Sunday, now you take $200-300 and you put it on Oakland to cover.
It's called a hedge.
It's called a hedge. However, this is one you can win both bets on. All right. I don't see Baltimore running away with this game with all of their running backs being hurt. I just don't see it. Right. So it could happen, but I take Baltimore money line in my parlay. And then when you hit all those games on Sunday, when you hit that Vikings game and the Titans game, and I'm taking the Texans in my parlay, and I'm taking Miami in my parlay, and then taking Rams in my parlay, and then you got Baltimore money line. Why do you do it money line, Joe? You always take the who on the last bet?
Under.
You take the favorite. You take the favorite, not the underdog. You take the favorite money line on your last bet Monday night. All right. If you're betting college football, you take a West Coast game.
Oh, hang on. Baltimore's minus 200.
Yeah, they were minus 400.
You take the favorite.
They were minus 400 until all the running backs went away. All right. So
I was listening half the time.
I love that Facebook meme that says, hey, what did that 22 wins in a row in the preseason cost you? All my running backs. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, it shares the name Harbaugh, right? So like, do we want to get into that? But
I mean, not necessarily. I'm going to the Michigan game tomorrow, by the way.
Nice. Who are they playing?
Washington. Washington just had a really good showing against Montana. You guys want to?
Yeah, UW can play.
I'm sure it's on basic cable in Montana.
So I guess we'll see who's the real deal. But I got to get going. This show has went extremely long, and I did have a blast. If it wasn't for Muffin Fingers screwing it all up and then coming at me with this new sponsor thing. Hey, if you just got on, rewind this thing to like the first minute of the show after the video plays, and I lose my cool. Like I absolutely got triggered.
This right here is a fucking soup sandwich. Fix it.
That's how this show started. The button doesn't lie.
Says that.
Okay. Go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com. Get you one. It's only $12. It's friggin' hilarious. All right. And again, big shout out to our sponsors, 10th Mountain. All right. The back here. All right. Good bourbon, good vodka. All right. We got Barrage Coffee with Kyle Early and Battle on the Home Front. So go support them. We got Zach Farkas and the Veterans Mortgage Source. All right. So if you got a VA loan question, hit them up. And then Happy Place Hemp. All right. Go get yourself some CBD. Get off the opioids. All right. If you get some THC, if you're in one of those states, do it. All right. If not, get on a CBD. Kyle Early has Barrage Coffee, has CBD infused coffee. So go check that out. Again, get off the opioids. All right. I don't care what the doctor tells you. Right. Like, just don't work out, diet, and get some CBD on your skin. You're going to feel better. All right. And your muscles get better. Anyways,
it's holistic.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Yeah. I got to run. Sugar Joe, always a pleasure. Next week we'll be back. And then, hey, for next Thursday, because we don't go live on any of those, I believe it's the Giants at Washington. All right, so take Washington in that Thursday game. They're going to win no matter what the spread is. But if the spread's too high, go money line. All right, so next Thursday, Washington. All right, but this Sunday, let me go over my locks again. So what I have, I had the Rams, and then I got to open the book back up here. All right, write these locks down, guys. I got the Vikings giving up 3 at the Bengals. I got the Titans giving up 3 at home against the Cardinals. And then I got the Rams, all right, giving up 7.5 against the Bears. Bet those locks, okay? And then I'm a homer for the Packers, but I'm also objective, but the Packers are probably going to win 2 by a touchdown. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget about tomorrow. We got Bob Wingo coming on. All right, he's a Vietnam veteran. He got shot in the ass. All right, now thinks he's entitled to benefits. So we're going to talk about that. But no, if you look up Bob Wingo, just Google his name and you'll see what he's done. He's worked for like presidents and all kinds of stuff. He's a tremendous guy to have on, and Vietnam veterans are being forgotten every day. So we're going to bring a Vietnam veteran on and we're going to talk about it. And we'll see if we can get some traction going with remembering who those warriors are and who they were and what they did for this nation. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Good Muffin Fingers.